Hey people, it is Thursday, June 27th. There we go. The time is 6:02 p.m. and the temperature is around 22 degrees Celsius. And that was Dufferin Station I just exited. Right at Russet Road. And straight ahead is Dufferin Street. And in this one, I'll be revisiting a walk I did back in August of 2021. That was called Toronto Bloordale Village and Wallace Emerson Walk. Greetings from Bloordale. Ooh, it does not smell pleasant right here. I could have just came out this exit. But then we would have missed out on all the fun of walking through that laneway. These people are all waiting for a southbound 29 Dufferin bus. So this is Bloor Street West, and there's a look to the east. Just south of here is Dufferin Mall. But I'll be walking west the length of one subway stop over to Landsdowne. Then I'll head north up to Dupont with a detour at Wallace on the way. We'll check out the headquarters of Ubisoft Toronto. Well, their headquarters might actually be in Quebec, but Ubisoft is a major video game development house. There's a massive new development going in, including a high school that replaces one that was torn down, and everyone has been temporarily relocated to a different school. But there is the exit I came out, so we've spent almost 5 minutes just walking in a circle here. There's some neat artwork. Line 2 of the subway runs parallel to Bloor Street, just north of it, as it was built using a cut and cover method. Super Wonder Gallery. And this will take us up to the Galleria, a shopping center currently undergoing a massive redevelopment. And that's at Dupont and Dufferin. There's the burdock. I stopped in there during a street festival last year and had a beer. There's a really hipster bar across the street called 3 Speed. So this area is west of downtown. Maybe someone should tell these people there's bike lanes on Bloor Street. He was being friendly, but I heard him say, "I can't say you did a good job." So Bloordale Village here is located along Bloor between Dufferin and Landsdowne. It's a decent patio at that place, Duffy's Tavern. And officially, the neighborhood just north of here, I guess Bloor Street would be the southern border, is the Dovercourt Wallace Emerson Junction neighborhood. I think that's bound roughly by Davenport to the north, Christie to the east of here, Bloor to the south, and rail tracks to the west. Right on the edge of the Junction Triangle neighborhood. See, as a pedestrian, I don't mind that. She has a difficult left turn to make. I was live streaming at Bloor and Landsdowne last year, and I recorded a car accident. Oh, that is disgusting. There's a lady doing her business right in front of the doorway on the right. Hopefully I didn't get that on the camera. A wave? All right. It is a really pleasant day though. It's not too hot. There's a nice breeze. Pretty clear skies. And we're about to get off the busy Bloor Street. Here we go, Landsdowne Avenue. North we shall go. Lansdowne runs between St. Clair to the north of here and Queen Street to the south. Roll and bowl, Korean food. I've never been to that bargain club superstore. So that's Landsdowne Station just on the right. So this Dovercourt, Wallace, Emerson Junction neighborhood has a population of around 37,000. And most of the residential is homes like these ones. Rather, are homes like these. About 50% of the residents here are renting. There's a big plot of land just up here at the left at Hatton Road in Landsdowne. It has been vacant like that for decades. Last I heard, there was a 6-story affordable housing and seniors care facility that was planned for that spot. And that building straight ahead with that tower on the roof, that old industrial building, is where Ubisoft is. So I'll be heading over that way soon. Magellan Community Charities, long-term care and affordable housing. I read about this like maybe 3 years ago. This used to be TTC property. And the renderings I saw weren't all that inspiring. I think it was a large 6-story structure with a ton of surface parking. Which is kind of disappointing. Well, it'd be nice to see something get done with that lot. And Wallace Avenue is coming up, and there's a little stretch of retail just north of it. Oh, that says 7 stories. It's a good crowd at that barber shop. This is Wallace, so I'm going to take a detour to the left here. We'll check out the Ubisoft headquarters as well as a film studio. And I'll loop back up there, or back over. That place smelled pretty good. No truss pooping. All right, I'll do my best. I did see someone earlier on the walk who might have trouble adhering to that request. There's Ubisoft. Camera's getting a mind of its own. Something's going on with my gimbal. Gonna head over to these rail tracks and then we'll loop back, get a closer look at Ubisoft. Halo Brewery. What a neat looking spot, and I'm glad I came this way because this is a newly elevated rail line. This used to be at grade. There's the Wallace Film Studios, although I think that is now Pie in the Sky Studios. I think it changed names. They've got a few different studios scattered around the city. Let's see. I don't see any signs for Pie in the Sky Studios. I'm pretty sure that's who occupies that spot, 258 Wallace Avenue. Oh, look at this. So this is the eastern side of the Junction neighborhood. And if I'm not mistaken, that is part of the Go Berry line. That makes this neighborhood much more connected. wonder if there's plans for a bike trail and walking trail to go alongside that corridor. And this is an old industrial building. Ubisoft moved in back in 2010. They're known for the Tom Clancy games, Splinter Cell, Blacklist, Far Cry, Starlink, Battle for Atlantis, Watch Dogs, and a whole bunch of other games I've never played. They're not a particularly well-liked company, kind of like EA in that sense. That's a beautiful old building it's in. But let's take this laneway back over to Landsdowne. There's Donna's. All right, I think it's going to be mostly residential until I get up to Dupont Street.
Yang Sheila.
Some interesting homes, no doubt. And Dupont Street, where I'm heading to, is an old industrial rail corridor. And I guess you could say the same right where Ubisoft is located. Often where you have rail tracks, there tends to be a lot of former industry. Oh, that is really nice. It's got kind of Scandinavian vibes. We buy gold and they have an ATM. Interesting. So this is Lappin Avenue. Sounds like there's an ice cream truck kicking around just over there. Whack-ass coffee company. With an actual jackass as a logo. So it's a mostly post-industrial neighborhood. Double fisting a Monster. And I think that was a Heineken. There's a Dollarama. And this is Dupont Street just up ahead. There's that ice cream truck. And just up here on the northwest corner is a building that houses a Food Basics. But when the building was being marketed, they marketed it as having a Metro coming. Metro being the, I guess, slightly more upscale brand. I think a lot of people were quite angry that a Food Basics ended up going into the building where they had purchased condo units. We'll spin around and get another look. Sorry. There's Food Basics in an old industrial building. She asked me for $2. I don't have coins on me and potentially jingle around in my pockets, which would be quite annoying. So we're just gonna head over to Dufferin. We'll walk around the Galleria redevelopment. Someone running with their dog across the street in front of those cars. So straight ahead where those towers are. is where Galleria opened up in 1972. It's a shopping center with around 50 stores. It was sold off to developers in 2015. There's something like 8 towers going in, I think between 19 and 35 stories. There's also a community center on the south end of the property that's getting completely redeveloped. I imagine once this is completed, this side will be opened up, and you'll be able to head down to the park and community center. I don't know what this structure is right here. Let me know down in the comments if you know what this is for. I think that might be retail going in. Oh, that looks like there's a swimming pool actually. Really high ceiling with a big pit. So I think that might be part of the new community center. There's someone walking out of this condo. Doesn't look like any of those units would be occupied as of yet. And what's left of the shopping center is coming up. It's a TD Bank, Planet Fitness, Pet Value. It's definitely got the vibe of an area that's very much a work in progress. I don't know if these tenants will be back once this has been fully redeveloped. There used to be a McDonald's that was quite popular. Just up at the corner here of Dupont and Dufferin. Barefoot and bumming a smoke off that guy. So there's a Freshco and a mall entrance. Should we pop in? is left. Just the Rexall and the Planet Fitness. Those colors made me think there might be a Booster Juice. Oh, this is certainly a relic from the past. There's a park, a new community center moving in. There's this really neat old structure here on the right. There's a hint of 60s brutalist vibes. It's too much glare, but I think that's a swimming pool down in there that is not open. I think this is called the Wallace Emerson Community Center. I think it's scheduled to reopen in that new location in fall of 2025. Oh, this says spring of 2025, construction complete. So there's the new community recreation center. So that probably was the pool we walked by. It's gonna be ice skating, a splash pad, a field house. Phase 2 to be determined. Multi-use sport court, skateboard and BMX park. Hopefully this structure gets preserved. Toronto Fire Station 345. So Dufferin Street is down to the right, or rather Dufferin Station is to the right here, southbound to Dufferin. Southbound Dufferin to Dufferin Station. There we go. Wallace Emerson Community Rec Center. So this is where McDonald's used to be. Galleria on the Park, they call it. I hope you like the 29 bus. We're at Dufferin and Dupont, so I think this is a good spot to wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed this one, starting at Dufferin Station and heading over along Bloor to Landsdowne, then up all the way to Dupont with a detour around Wallace and the Ubisoft headquarters. And then along Dupont over to the Galleria redevelopment. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides. And there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. And I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm about to do next, because I have no idea. Maybe I'll go live. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. York.